Oh shit, I'm live. I zoned out. Oh fuck. Hold on, let me do this. But yeah, I did it again. Oh my gosh, why did it do that? But yeah, it's Friday, so it's Tom and Don Friday video. Dude, well, let me go drop a like on this video. But yeah, we're gonna watch a Tom and Don video, and we're gonna learn why the Mario movies are bad or something. I forget the name of the title already. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah. It's a learning adventure today. We're going to learn.
Today we're going to be talking about the Mario movies.
Yay.
Are they even worth watching if you're not a spurg with ADHD? The Super Mario Galaxy movie, the second installment of the franchise, recently released with quote-unquote mixed, mostly negative, reviews.
Oh no.
Some called it a nostalgic romp, while others dubbed it a movie for YouTube Shorts users. Which raises an important question. Do these movies have anything to offer, or are they just 90-minute Nintendo commercials?
You know what? At least they're only 90 minutes. You gotta respect that. They could have made it 2 hours and made all of us want to kill ourselves.
True. Everything wrong.
So, in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, Bowser Jr. kidnapped...
Okay, so I guess there's I'm gonna turn down just a tiny bit. I guess there's spoilers, so if you haven't seen the Mario movies or just really do not give a flying fuck. Spoilers.
Rosalina, the guardian of the Lumas, to use her cosmic power to fuel a universe-destroying weapon and restore the honor of his father, Bowser.
The boomsday device! Ah! I love it!
Huh?
Nothing. Number one Nintendo fan over here, sorry.
As Peach and Toad search for Rosalina, Mario and Luigi team up with Yoshi to protect the Mushroom Kingdom and deal with Bowser, who is eventually re-empowered and reunited with his son.
Alright, I don't want to spoil it for all of the people who are so excited to still see this movie, so I think that's synopsis enough.
That's the setup. We'll stop there. Okay, so off the top, how'd you like it, Tom?
You know what, Don? I didn't hate it as soon as I accepted my fate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
As someone who also makes stuff, I can't help but to like think about how it's written, right, and what the writers are trying to do and all the rest of it. And then I catch myself and I'm like, why are you being such a spurg? This is a kid's movie. Who gives a fuck if it's like got the tightest character arcs or the best plot or whatever? And then I'm like, but bro, like, we grew up with Lion King.
Yeah,
like
fuck that, dude. That's what everybody says to excuse any bad movie. It's like, yeah, it's for kids. You know what I mean? It's like a defense to not.
But even
have to
kids'
feel
movies
bad
should
about
still be good.
You know what I mean?
Ah, that's
if
true.
If you're dumb enough to really, if you're dumb.
You know what? You know what? A kids movie I actually watched a few years ago. That was actually surprisingly really good. Was The Bad Guys. Honestly, fantastic movie. I mean, as an adult, it was kind of predictable who the main bad guy was, but it was still entertaining. You know, it made me laugh a lot. I'll be honest. I was fucking cracking up. I loved the movie. You just started off like, you know what? Everyone was being loud. Everyone was doing the fuck out of me. So it was Thanksgiving too. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna turn on some random movie I can't find anything else to watch, and say fuck it. And as I'm watching it, it starts off like the fucking like, you know, chasing with the Mustang. I'm like, oh, you caught my interest. Now I'm intrigued. And yeah, then I just kept watching the movie, and I watched the entire movie by myself while everyone was fucking around at Thanksgiving. And it was a great movie. I loved it, and I gotta see the second one because the first one was great. I haven't seen the Mario movies though. No, they didn't really care for them.
Dumb enough to have really liked it, you dismiss people that poke holes in it by saying you can't criticize this because it's for kids.
Yeah, yeah, but like I'm saying, like Tarzan, Lion King, like, bro, we had kids movies that were really fucking like well written, and they really made you invest in characters. So, long story short, how'd I feel about it? You won't find out until you watch the whole video.
We have to watch the whole video.
Very much in service, obviously, of taking us through Memberberry Lane, like you were saying. You know?
Yeah.
It's this happens, then that happens, so you can go see this thing that you may have remembered from a game you may have
Member berries. What is that from? What is that from? Was that Futurama? No, it's gonna bug me if I don't look it up. And I just spelled that completely wrong. Let's see. Member. It was South Park. It was fucking South Park. I completely forgot about these. I completely forgot what the whole purpose in that episode was.
Played. I really, like, I kept feeling the same way you were saying, though. Like, we could have done all of this and had it be about something. There was actually a specific moment when
I'm ready.
When Star Fox shows up. Spoilers, sorry. They had this joke where Mario like mean mugs him and he mean mugs him back, and you think, oh, this is gonna be the cliche where it's like two cool guys fighting for Peach's affection, right?
100%.
And then the fake out was, oh, we're not gonna do that with the story because he just says, oh, it's a cool starship or whatever, right? And then they move past it. I was like, I had mixed feelings about that because I was like, ooh ha, that's a funny joke, but I was disappointed because at least that would have been a story. You know what I mean?
That's
I was
totally
like, oh,
fair.
okay, we're gonna do this, and that'll be interesting. But it was like, it'll be interesting, more interesting. But then they just fucking didn't do it, you know?
Yeah, so
it's just like,
I mean, that's a good microcosm of the whole thing. I was like, oh, I'm glad they were self-aware enough to not do that cliche because we've seen it a trillion times. But to your point, it would have been better to have anything rather than nothing. Like, let's look at the story of this film in terms of character arcs. Mario wants to get in Princess Peach's pants. For Bowser Jr. and Bowser, it's kind of like reuniting his father and son because he's been an absentee father. And there's these kind of glimpses where you think that's gonna go somewhere anywhere interesting, but then it's just utterly like forgotten about. And you know what? That felt the same for Mario's arc as well. Like, what was his arc? I want Princess Peach to like me, and he didn't really go through any trials to do with that apart from following her across the galaxy to get a kiss on the cheek. I mean, I guess I almost admire the meta nature of it.
yeah, I had the same thought. Like, this is as empty as the games themselves, you know? And maybe that's the point.
I don't think that's the fucking point.
It did not have to be that way, and it's like frustrating because there's nuggets that were good. Like you said, the flashbacks. I think that was my favorite scene in the whole movie was Bowser's puppet show.
That's the interesting like nature of this film is technically and visually, it's a really fucking fun film. Like the way
it's incredible. Yeah, it's like one of the best looking animated movies I've ever seen in my life, for sure.
And not just like how the models are rendered or lit or stuff like that. Like the way they use mixed media, you know, it goes into like there's sections where it goes into 8-bit and there's sections where you've got like stuff that looks like real puppetry, even if it's 3D. And like the artistic team on this fucking killed it, but it's like empty calories. It's like eating candy. It's like, this is good, but you don't get anything from it. It is funny. It's such a cheat code to like the way the human brain works. Such a cheat code to show you stuff you remember and liked as a child. Because you catch yourself in the moment. You're like,
you know, I remember that being one of my biggest kind of complaints with the new Star Wars movies, like The Force Awakens when I watched it. Because I got really sitting there, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, yeah, I've seen that. And then throughout the whole movie, I'm like, oh, another, hey, I've seen that moment. It's like, it's just a big nostalgic trip. Like, yeah, it's cool and all, but then after like the whole movie, I'm like, dude, I'm so sick of it. I get it. I've seen it. Yes, I've been a huge Star Wars nerd since I was a wee little lad, and Disney is just pushing out the most bare bones effort, and they're getting the most out of the buck. That's what I want to say about it, because every time I do it with Star Wars, I go myself into a little Star Wars rant, and I gotta stop doing it. So yeah, no more Star Wars talk. Unless about my new Star Wars Lego sets that I've been building, which I got to build another one. I need to buy another one, but I just got paid, so yeah, Wolfy might spend money.
Like, oh, that's Mr. Gamer Dad. Hit it with the hammer. Hit it with the hammer.
Wow, that's
Hit it with the
that's
hammer.
so cool how they made him in the movie also.
You
Super
feel
Mario
bad
Sunshine.
about it. You're like, oh, you can't just. You're like, oh no, oh no, they member buried me. But then you also feel weird about that because you're like, well, if it's making me feel things, is that bad? But the thing is with stories is they're supposed to reveal something about a human truth or that resonates, and without that, what's the point? Like, what's the fucking point? Like, if I want visual stimulus, I'll just go jerk off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm being facetious, obviously, but genuinely, what's the fucking point? Honestly, porn films have more plot than this film.
Dude, it could have had it all. It could have done all the member berries and all the spectacle, and also had a semblance of a fucking story, and then maybe I'd like personally feel like it was fun enough to want to rewatch it, you know?
So I think what's kind of interesting about this, just to shit on everything that I just said, is despite the first movie having almost no story also, it definitely had more story than this. Well, it was the classic kind of fish out of water adventure, right? Mario is trying to establish himself, every princess wants his fucking dick, and then he kind of learns to be the hero who he hasn't been. That's kind of it's a very archetypical story, but it is more of a story than the second one. Having said that, I preferred the second one, which is weird. I think maybe the visuals were so good that it like overrode the very like cookie cutter story from the first one, even though that's more of a story than the second one at least.
Yeah, I think what it is the first one had pieces of a story. Like, it was benchmarked by this whole thing where Mario and Luigi's family don't accept them as plumbers, they suck, they're failures, blah blah blah, right?
Uh-huh.
But then they go on this adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom, and he just kind of like is passively pulled through the adventure.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't like emotionally really learn anything at all or actually change. And then at the end, he uses superpowers to beat Bowser, and now his family likes him.
So really,
it's
his
like,
family goes through more of an arc than he does.
Yeah. There's like just as little story, but it like there's like what like superficially looks more like a story. So then yeah, like if you look at it that way, then you're just left with, okay, well, how much of a spectacle was it? And obviously the second one was a lot more fun, like spectacle-wise, with more member berries and references and the rest.
Dude, what the fuck was the point of Yoshi?
Yeah, I know. I know.
What the fuck was it? I know!
It's just fucking fluff, man. It's
I
just to
guess
make it like
Yoshi
a
was
full-length
useless.
movie. It was like you're sitting through like 10 minutes of nonsense. Introducing Yoshi, and then later, like when Yoshi's with Mario and Luigi, there's this thing where like there's like a gag where like Toad is upset about them having a new friend because he was the sidekick in the first one, I guess. And it's just like nothing ever amounts.
What the fuck was that
You know what I
about?
mean?
It didn't go
Well,
anywhere.
he says it again at the end of the second act, but that's it. It doesn't mean anything. It's just nonsense. It could have been
Dude,
something, you know? The whole movie could have been about that.
We're detangling the writer here, right? So he clearly cared enough to put elements of potential story in. They just never fucking went anywhere.
I'd imagine it was a deliberate decision to make this as like easy to digest for kids as possible.
Yeah, but it's fucking bullshit. What kid struggles to digest The Lion King? Maybe he just thinks the children are retarded. Maybe the kids are the ones who's sort of wrong. Like, maybe the kids have changed, because I mean they're like consuming brain rot at an incredible pace like the rest of us. Maybe actually
He does make a fair point. Like, that's been a theory I've had in my noodle. It's not the most fucking outrageous theory, but I mean, like, I mean, you know, with TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and everything, that, you know, people are doing stuff that try to capture the attention of like everybody. I mean, you know, maybe brain rot is a real thing, and you know, kids are just getting dumber because, you know, they can't pay attention more than 8 seconds. No, that's actually more of a theory of like why there like so many people are ADHD now. I don't know. It's like every time you go on the internet, like some popular influencer or something. They always admit their ADHD or something. It's like, how is there's this many? Are you? I don't know. I'm sure there's studies out there or claims or whatever. I'd never looked up. I don't care. I like my little conspiracy theories because they don't hurt me. I don't. They don't hurt anybody else. I can honestly give a fuck less. But yeah, maybe kids nowadays are just more retarded because brain rot. But I'm not, because I read books. I was actually mad I didn't get to read today. Well, I didn't get to read my other book. I got to read while I was taking a shit earlier.
This is kind of the level.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a different book.
I'm starting to suspect that. Like, is that what's going on here? You know? And even before the movie started, I was getting mad about that because, like, there's all the, like, kids movie previews, you know? And they all have the exact same trailer style where it's, like, an old popular song, but with, like, cinematic hits instead of a drum, you know? Your eyes just glaze over. It's just, like, utterly devoid of any substance.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah, I was a weirdo with a mustache in the back of the theater watching.
raging in his chair before it's even started. The 6'7" man with a Mario mustache in the Mario movie, raging in his seat. What I wouldn't have given to seen it.
I'm not even sure I picked right, but I did consciously think, okay, what's like the least weird seat for me to pick here? In retrospect, though, I think the very back of the theater may have been not the move.
Why is that? Why's that?
In terms of being as, like, not weird as possible.
Yeah, you kind of dropped the ball on that one.
Wait, before we move on, the person this was written by. This is their writing credits. Big Mamas, like father, like son. You know, everyone starts somewhere. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. I've not seen it, can't comment. Minions: The Rise of Gru, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So I'm just gonna say this guy's like not that experienced. Let me tell this billion-trillion-dollar writer, as the writer of Space King, that he really needs to try harder. Could you delete Luigi from the movie?
Yeah, technically. He was kind of a foil to set up Mario giving Bowser a chance, which they also did nothing with.
Dude, it's so funny how many fucking story dick teases that are going on. It's
yeah,
like,
I mean, like,
is this movie about Mario's unrequited love for Peach? Nah, not really. Is this movie...
That's what I've heard about that movie, the Mario Galaxy movie. Is that like it was like a bunch of like, you know, story things that only lasted for like not even 3 minutes, and they're like solved immediately, and it just kept going over and over again and whatnot. I don't know. I didn't see the fucking movie.
Movie about Mario overcoming his like hatred for Bowser, and it's a redemption story about how you can check. No, actually, it's not that. Maybe it's about the story of father and son.
Nope. Maybe it's really Bowser's story with his son. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, he's not so sure about his son being like a megalomaniac sociopath. Oh, maybe this is about Bauser. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Nope.
That's kind of fun. Nope.
No, it's not about that either. Fuck. Yeah. Well, do you know what? It's obviously about this sisterly bond that the two princesses have together.
Yeah. Why did? Okay, so Rosalina, like, I think there is an explanation, but they didn't give it at all. She sends Peach off to grow up on her own and have no idea where she comes from, and never just drops in on her and says, hey, by the way, we're sisters, we have this cosmic power, alright, see you later. At least,
yeah.
You know?
Dude, you know who did this better? The Sonic movie. Yeah, I fucking said it. Yeah, the Sonic movie did it better. Sent Sonic away to grow up away from danger.
Movies.
Now, if you want a film with story and exceptional CG, yeah, it's called the Sonic movie. Once again, Sonic wins. Sorry, Don.
All right, here's the finale. How do you fix this movie, Tom? How do you fix this movie, but fulfill the mission of the movie to take us through all these nostalgia vignettes that makes the whole thing like a giant Nintendo commercial?
Yeah, I mean, the starting point is you need to pick a fucking lane for, like, what's Mario's gripe here? What's his, like, big arc that needs to happen? In a story, for it to be satisfying, you have to identify with a character. Like, they have to be going through something that you feel for them, right? And then over the course of the story, they're introduced to scenarios that essentially challenge their worldview, and they go through a transformation where by the end of the story they make decisions that they never would have made in the beginning of the story. That's at its core what a story is. Every film you like, every TV show you've ever watched and enjoyed follow that same plot. It's like intrinsic to who we are as like a species. They gotta start there. They gotta start with like, what the fuck is Mario's gripe? And if it's this Princess Peach shit, don't have them apart for the whole film, or if you have them apart, show how that's affecting him.
I don't think you make it the Princess Peach thing, because they're never gonna. That's never gonna happen. Like it's
We're
like a
learning so
Nintendo
much.
policy that Mario isn't actually with Princess Peach. You know,
Uh-huh.
they just refuse to let it happen, and then feminism, blah blah blah, girl bosses, whatever. He doesn't get to save the princess, so that can't be the story. So don't try to make it the story. But fine.
Fair.
So what is the story gonna be about? End of the first movie, they tease, the second one's gonna have Yoshi, because I think it was like the secret after the credits scene, Yoshi's egg in Manhattan, or whatever, right? So then that's what the whole, like, first scene in this movie is about, is paying off that, like, the promise of that tease, like, what's gonna happen with Yoshi? You have him, like, hatch, and he's in New York, and he's walking around, and then he gets expelled, blah, 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 fine, all that can happen.
What the fuck was the point of any of that shit either?
None! There's no fucking point,
Why did we see Yoshi walking around New York, like, getting chased?
Yeah.
Usually show a character's backstory so that the audience identifies with their plight, and you get to see, like, where they are, so you can see where they're gonna go arc-wise. So we see Yoshi running around New York getting chased by people because he doesn't understand, and he runs away, and it matters nothing. Why did we see it? What was the point? Fuck!
So
dude, there was almost another story thread. There was almost another story thread of Yoshi being the like rejected fish out of water, and it once again was just a cock tease.
What I think you had to do here, if you want to do all that bullshit with Yoshi, is maybe you even concede that Yoshi is too two-dimensional as a character and you can't really develop him, so you make him a foil for a different story with Mario. You do all that stuff, and then you have Yoshi, and he's like this weird, annoying, kind of like loose cannon dinosaur guy, right? And then I think that, and the whole thing with Mario having to give Bowser a second chance, that was those were the most potent things that were almost the story. You have Mario not really trusting Bowser, then Bowser, he's like, he actually is a good guy, he's going to prison for me so I can go on my adventure, that's cool. And then later in the fucking movie, he sees him and he's like, Bowser, he double-crossed us the whole time. And you feel bad in that moment because Bowser psychologically is still in a place where he isn't liking this either. He doesn't like who Bowser Jr. has become. And you think, that's what this fucking story is. It's like Mario not giving Bowser a chance. And now we're back at square one.
We can fix this by wrapping all three of the little arcs we just made into each other. Because good stories also, the arcs of each character is like an A plot and a B plot kind of interweave in ways that make the whole theme congruent across the storylines. So what you do is you have Yoshi, he went to the human world, everyone fucking like tried to hit him with like a wet newspaper. So he's this beaten dog kind of character. Mario finds him, Yoshi's a fucking prick, and he's annoying Mario and Luigi, and he's scared of them because humans have abused him, right? Mario, meanwhile, fucking hates him because he's a weird little reptile just like Bowser. So over the course of the story, Yoshi basically learns that some humans are good dudes, and he gets over that trauma he experienced. Mario learns that not all weird reptile guys are pricks, and that leads him to forgive Bowser because he sees that redemption can happen. Just the way that Yoshi was redeemed against humans, he can be redeemed against reptiles or whatever the fuck. Right there, you have two arcs that actually intertwine and have characters change. And then that follows on to Bowser having a redemption arc with his son because he realizes that he turned his son into a monster by the way he treated him. We just made like a better story than the entire fucking Mario movie, and it took about 30 seconds.
Now, I will say that obviously everyone has
Oh
seen
yeah,
that
and there's no
uses
women
all
in
of
the
those
film.
archetypes. Yeah, and there's no women in the film.
There's no Peach arc.
Or okay, Peach gets sidelined and fuck Peach, and Mario gets Rosalina to be his girlfriend at the end.
Yeah,
also.
Peach can like stand there and be cute. That's her arc. Alright, what were you saying?
I do remember thinking when I was like a dumbass little kid and playing actually honestly I think Mario Odyssey was like freshman year of high school.
Yeah,
So,
how
not that
young are
little
you
of a
trying to
kid.
portray yourself? You're like, when I was 28, dude, when I was a 28-year-old kid playing Super Mario
back when I was
Galaxy.
just sucking my thumb and no, but like growing up playing Mario and like Mario never actually gets to be with Peach, and then now there's another princess. It's like that was my dumbass thought. Like, oh, this is gonna get to actually be Mario's girlfriend, you know? And now I can go on this adventure to save Rosalina, and maybe something will come of this.
Oh, do you know what the fuck was with the? I guess was it King K. Rool? Let's pretend I know what I'm talking about. Was that Wart from Mario Brothers 2? What the fuck was that? Where did that go?
Yeah, like it was like they chased the monkey for stealing the backpack to his lair, right? But
Yeah.
then they don't set up why they did that. Like he had his pithy like, "What's with you, princesses always getting captured?" But they didn't. There was no screen direction to indicate that his plan was to then capture her. But it's like there's no fucking reason for this entire scene. It's just like random slop.
And then Bowser's like, or Bowser,
Yeah.
like, there's like, we've got a problem, and it's the angry Wart guy on the screen.
Yeah, the little
And-
wizard guy's like, "Ooh, Bowser, we've got a problem. He's mad," and then like you never hear about it again. It's like, what is the problem? I thought it was as simple as him just saying, "Hey, Peach is onto you and gonna come get you," but like he was mad at him on the screen.
The problem was a plot was about to form, so they fucking exited hard. I don't know, dude, maybe it was written by ChatGPT. ChatGPT would have more
That's
structure.
what I started
I actually
thinking.
felt bad, you know, and maybe this is in a roundabout way a success of the script. I felt bad when Bowser fell in the lava and died, because I was like, you could have had a good story. You know, but this is the final nail in the coffin of that is not going to
this
happen.
story-
You're just dead.
Is this story gonna be about the loss of a father and what that does to it? Oh no, don't worry, he's made of bones now. Nope, he's back.
And it's
Nothing matters.
and
Nothing
he's-
happened.
He's not even upset about being Bones. You know?
It was pretty sick when he came out with like dual wielding axes though. Can't tell me that wasn't cool.
That was cool.
Dude, when they were searching the caves for Yoshi at the beginning, I thought that was very atmospheric, and I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm drawn in. It's interesting.
This is gonna be worth my time. It wasn't. Okay, so we have a fixed movie where Yoshi overcomes his fear of humans, Mario overcomes his prejudice of reptiles, Bowser.
Teaches his son to learn from his mistakes. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
All of it is kind of cliche. You'd have to figure out how to spin it and make it interesting and unique if you wanted to make it really good writing. But I would argue, even with a cliche story like that, it would have been a better movie than it is now, because that cliche story could have just held this together to make all the other shit we see happen feel like it was worth literally anything.
You're right, it is a cliche. So, in your version of the story, Yoshi's actually entirely justified about humans because Mario just fucking beats the shit out of him, abuses him like a whip dog.
Fucking
Bowser.
reptile!
Bowser. God, we're just gonna be making the same jokes till we die, aren't we?
Yep.
Just put racism in it, and it would have worked.
You come up with cute Nintendo-friendly
almost
reptile
a
slurs.
racist Mario of sorts, you could say. Dude, that's kind of funny. What a circle for us. A completely vapid, a completely vapid piece of media centering on Mario that is entirely based on the spectacle and what happens next and has no substance.
Yeah, I've been looking for the moment to say it.
Being absurdly popular for no other reason than that.
Hopping from one reference to the next that really doesn't belong at all, but is fun. It makes you feel a little
from
warm
member
inside.
berry to member, yeah. Oh my god, dude, hell yeah. This guy just wrote Racist Mario and made $1 billion, and I respect the hell out of it.
The racist Mario for kids. Ooh, here
Yeah,
comes Star
dude.
Fox.
Fuck. I don't know, what else is there to say? The problem with these movies is they're poorly written, they rely entirely on style over substance. I just don't think any part of it's that great, except the art, which is phenomenal, and you can't fault the art. I'll also say I went with someone who was a huge Mario Galaxy fan, and from what I hear, it didn't even really deliver on the promise of Mario Galaxy as a tribute. I'm gonna say 5 out of 10.
I'll say a final time. Seriously, the animation, the art, the cinematography are like actually some of the best I've ever seen in an animated movie. It just sucks that there's nothing behind them, you know?
Yeah.
I'll probably never watch this movie again for that reason.
Yep.
But anyways, those are our thoughts on the Mario movies. But if you just can't stop soy-facing at Nintendo films, click here to watch us and Meat Canyon write a better Zelda movie than the one coming out next year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
There's a Zelda movie. Oh no. Alright, that was our Friday thing. Hold on. Okay, are we gonna learn about history? Wait a minute. Dude, chat history explained. Okay, we got our video. We're gonna learn about history's most ridiculous jobs that no longer exist. I love this guy. He is funny and educational. How about history?
Ridiculous jobs that no longer exist.
Yay!
In this day and age, we really take for granted just how quick and easy it is to be able to communicate. Back in the days of yore, not everyone was rolling around at the speed of sound. It could take several weeks
That's gonna
to
be a
able to
sponsor.
relay critical information to your buddies, and a lot can change in just a few weeks. Nevertheless, delayed information was better than no information at all, and that's why highly trained long-distance messengers could make or break empires. First used thousands of years ago in ancient times, couriers were the best and fastest form of communication pretty much up until the invention of the telegraph in 1837. Sure, boats and trains made things a tad bit faster, but the principle was pretty much unchanged, physically transporting documents from point A to point B. The earliest and most sophisticated courier system of its time was that of the massive and girthy Achaemenid Empire, also known as, or at least considered to be, the First Persian Empire. They constructed the Angarium, a series of relay stations littered across the Royal Road, the main vein of the empire. This connected two major cities within the empire, Susa and Sardes. Can you deliver this message to Sardes? Yeah, no problem at all. Sardes, no. The Royal Road stretched across 1,700 miles of the empire's western half, with patrolling guards and security stations at regular intervals, making it heavily secured. I mean, it kind of had to be. Messengers traveling down the road were carrying the orders from the Great King himself, so they were pretty important. Anyone severing or intercepting that line of communication could cause devastating effects. Also at regular intervals were checkpoints. These were relay stations that housed freshly charged horses as well as other messengers ready to pass things along down the line. This system of stations dropped delivery time from roughly 90 days on foot to just 7 to 9 days on horseback. But what if you didn't have horses? Well, we'd have to ask the Inca. Jump forward 2,000 years to the 1500s, and not much has changed in the ways of communication. In fact, one could argue that it was way worse. With no horses around, Incan runners instead relied on their piggies. Messengers of the king, called the Chasquis, were slim, fit, and ready to rip, carrying messages across the vast mountainsides of the Inca Empire. Unlike their Persian counterparts, the Inca didn't carry the messages in their pockets, but rather their noggins. And that's because the Inca did not have any formal written language. Wild, right? Instead, apart from some complex numerical systems involving tied knots of string, everything was spoken, so a strong memory was the key to getting the right message across. The Chasquis were tasked with relaying the king's orders to nearby provinces and military commanders. Tell the soldiers that they're doing a solid job and to keep up the great work. Yes, my king. The Inca, though, did rely on relay stations to always have a fresh pair of legs ready to deliver a message. According to Spanish chroniclers, that's a fun word to say, each station was about a half a league apart, but could be as far as a league and a half. That's over 5 miles, or for you metric fellas, over 832,000 centimeters. The stations were more or less weather-resistant small huts with other Chasqui standing about, ready to get a move on. Upon arriving, the first messenger would give the oral performance for his buddies, and then repeat the message that he came with. After memorizing the information, the next Chasqui sprinted up to 5 miles to the next station. Now keep in mind, this was the Inca Empire. It wasn't easily traversed flat road. It was pretty much uphill both ways, wobbly, cobbly stone roads 10,000 feet above sea level, on par with how our parents walked to and from school every day, or so they claim. The king said to slob his knob, and that Greg's a jerk. The fuck did I do? It's unfortunate that sometimes
Fuck
things
you,
get lost in
Greg.
translation, but remember the first rule of exchanging information. Never shoot the messenger.
Sin Eater? Oh no.
Leave it to the English to come up with some spooky dooky hocus pocus type stuff. If you're extremely poor and a social outcast with no lucrative or meaningful skills whatsoever, then the profession of Sin Eater might have been on the menu for you.
Blimey.
Historically, the job was performed throughout the early 17th century up until the 19th century, mostly in England, Scotland, and Wales. So just this area. As a Sin Eater, you were always on call for your services, as people have a tendency of kicking the bucket at any given time. So while you sat slapping mud around all day outside your thatched roof cottage, you could receive the news of a local death at the drop of a hat. Oh, he's dead. A relative or loved one would seek out your services almost immediately after the passing had passed. Once you were summoned, you'd pull up your britches and tween off screen to convene with the spiritually unclean. Arriving at the door, you politely knock before entering. You waddle inside to see your new customer and get to work. So your job as the local Sin Eater was to, as you could probably guess, eat the sins of the deceased, as praying and repentance apparently wasn't good enough. Now, the eating of the sins was of course symbolic in nature, but it was conducted in a literal fashion. The family of the dearly departed presented the Sin Eater with food, usually bread and beer. The food was placed on the chest or face of the individual right as they had passed away, supposedly sucking up all the bad juju as the soul floated to regions beyond. So, now with the food being properly seasoned with a pinch of immorality and a dash of transgression, it was time to chow down. The basic idea of the whole ceremony was that you would effectively absolve the dead of any wrongdoings committed in life, allowing them a clean slate departure for the heavens as a certified good boy. Now you're probably not surprised to learn that this was far from a Michelin star dining experience. The bread was all stale and the beer was warm with a bunch of gross floaties in it. Perfect for the hipsters, but less than ideal for normal people. So after munching and crunching and glugging and chugging, you'd say a quick yet emotionally packed prayer. Rub-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Yay, God.
Where's the shitter?
Now with a proper sense of closure, you'd receive your paltry fee and be promptly vacated from the premises. So while your work of purifying one's soul was well appreciated, you were looked down upon, even outcasted. The belief was that you'd retain all of these absorbed sins, polluting your own soul in the process. That being the case, Sin Eaters were forced to live reclusive and isolated lives, being hated, ridiculed, and shunned by the locals. Until it was time to deep throat a sin or 12. It's not exactly clear how the tradition of sin eating was started. Some believe that it derives from the Jewish tradition of the scapegoat, a literal goat that was imbued with all of the local sins and troubles, sent out into the wilderness and actively prodded off a cliff, taking all of the town's trials and tribulations with it. Atonement complete. Thanks, Mr. Goat. As for sin eating, it seems that the tradition was finally laid to rest in the beginning of the 20th century with the death of Richard Munslow, the last known sin eater in England. He reportedly was a humble and well-loved farmer who took on the job after the premature deaths of his children. Very sad. All in all, sin eating really was a self-sacrifice when you look at it, trading in any sense of social standing for a few pence. But hey, free bread and beer.
Powder Monkey!
If you thought your childhood was rough, imagine dipping, diving, ducking, and dodging your way through cannon fire while slugging a heavy sack of gunpowder on a ship in the middle of the ocean. That's what powder monkeys had to deal with almost on a daily basis. So while you may have been pissed at your mom for taking your Game Boy away for a few days, powder monkeys were grateful if they even saw tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, nice spy
Back
book.
during the Age of Sail, naval warfare was a pretty
Hi,
common
Randy.
occurrence. Ships just blasting big metal balls at each other in hopes of sinking the other guy faster or causing enough damage to warrant a surrender. In order to give yourself a fighting chance, you needed a well-trained, well-supplied crew who knew their way around cannons. Besides ammunition, the cannons needed a propellant to send those cannonballs barreling at the faces of the enemy. That propellant, of course, was gunpowder. In the heat of battle, every trained sailor needed to man their stations and execute their responsibilities in order to have a decent shot at survival. But one responsibility that didn't need much training outside of carry this shit and run over there was that of supplying powder to the cannoneers. Since there wasn't much to the job description, the task was given to young boys, usually between the ages of 12 and 14. You see, back in this time, between the 16th and 19th centuries, people were just cranking out kids, especially the poor. Simultaneously, nature was just cranking out infectious and deadly diseases, and industry was cranking out fatal working conditions, both of which were promptly streamlining children into the orphanage pipeline. This, of course, caused orphanages to become overburdened, and they needed some relief. And where's the best place to put able-bodied youngsters just looking for any kind of future?
Military!
The military, of course. European and eventually American navies were scooping up hundreds of impoverished chaps each year and dumping them on ships to take on the role of powder monkey, more often than not against their will. But the young lads were quicker, more agile, and physically smaller than their adult counterparts, making them perfect candidates for the job. During a battle, each boy would quickly carry at least 2 leather cases housing powder cartridges from the ship's powder magazine deep down in the hull, all the way up to the cannons. A dangerous job for sure, but a critical one for the success of the skirmish. Oi lad, bring me that very explosive powder, eh? And be quick about it. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. That's a good lad. In exchange, the young fellows were clothed, fed, and given beds, even a little bit of education to fill their heads. The plan was to have the boys eventually become official, full-time members of the Navy, assuming that they survived to adulthood. Yet despite the fact that they were a key part of the crew, they held no formal naval rank on the ships which they served. Now, while it was nice to have a place to call home, clothes on your back, and food in your belly, it of course came with the steep price of witnessing the horrors of war. Just to clarify, I said that powder monkeys were usually between the ages of 12 and 14. But in reality, some were much younger, with some documentation showing cases of children as young as 7 years old. These little guys were subjected to watching their fellow crewmen being blown to smithereens, impaled by split bits of ship, blinded by shrapnel, or having limbs ripped from rogue cannon fire. None of which they were immune to themselves, mind you. It wasn't until the end of the War of 1812 that formal regulations were put in place, preventing any recruitment of powder monkeys under the age of 12 from serving on ships in the United States. The British followed in suit with an age limit of 13 for the role, though these age restrictions were still often ignored. The practice did, however, fully die out in the mid-1800s once child labor laws were put in place and technology made the role obsolete. Sorry kids, looks like it's a big old box of PTSD for Christmas this year.
Yay! I don't know what that is.
Medieval medicine was wild. Physicians back then were really just throwing anything at the wall to see what stuck, which led to a bunch of strange medical practices that would, luckily, fall out of favor once modern medicine emerged. One such practice was that of uroscopy, the art and science of checking out your pee to determine your health.
Ew.
Now I know what you're thinking. Isn't this still used in the modern day? Yes, but no. Urinalysis, as it's practiced today, uses chemical, physical, and microscopic analysis of urine samples to generate quantitative data for diagnosis. Uroscopy, on the other hand, well, it had dudes snooping, sniffing, and sipping your pee.
Ew!
Well, Doc? I need a second opinion. Now, you might be surprised to know that the practice of uroscopy has been around for thousands and thousands of years. The earliest known evidence that historians have dates all the way back to the 4th millennium BC, where some ancient Sumerian physicians took note of urinary color. Perhaps the most profound early evidence that we have comes from the ancient Egyptians around 1550 BC. This is the Ebers Papyrus, a 65-foot-long medical scroll from ancient Egypt's New Kingdom era. This single document details over 800 diagnoses and remedies for all kinds of conditions ranging from skin problems, eye problems, burns, tumors, a limp, broken bones, backwards teeth, brown parasites, and of course, urinary conditions. The study and examination of urine continued for a while, but the formal occupation of uroscopist is believed to have been introduced between the 4th and 7th centuries in the Byzantine Empire, hitting its peak in the Middle Ages. According to medieval Welsh medical texts, it was believed that urine was the filtrate of the 4 humors: black bile, yellow bile, phlegm, and blood. Of course, we now know that your pee is the product of your kidneys filtering your blood and excess water, but hey, medical science was still a baby back then. Because of this theory, uroscopists believed that urine was the end-all be-all for determining a person's health status, and thus, it was the most important substance to study. The most telling quality of the urine was its color, so after collecting a fresh sample, a real fresh sample, the color was immediately observed. But a problem with qualitative analysis is that it's completely subjective, whereas quantitative is objective. When it comes to subjectivity, one PP doctor may interpret the same color differently than another. For objectivity, numbers are numbers. There's no argument there. In order to mitigate subjectivity and establish some sort of consistency, the PIS recipients often constructed quick reference guides to use as a standard for diagnosis, sharing their knowledge across heavily detailed manuscripts. As an example, if your urine was clear, you might have some spleen issues. If it was dark red, your liver's too hot. Green, you've got jaundice. Black, well, wait, is black urine a thing?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh god. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be doing too well if you're inking out your dink. While you had the visual aspect, uroscopists also ventured down the avenues of smell and taste to solidify the reasonings if a diagnosis couldn't be immediately deciphered from color alone. Urine that tasted sweet was evidence of diabetes, whereas sticky pee-pee usually meant infection. Now, while this may seem silly looking at it through a modern lens, there was some validity to the practice. Uroscopists were able to properly diagnose conditions like diabetes and jaundice through their practices. Diagnosis was great and all, but without proper and effective treatment, you're not going to be making much progress, except just being closer to the grave. It's like if someone tells you, hey, your car is broken, and then proceeds to offer no meaningful solution. At that point, they're just taking the piss. The ultra wealthy really love spending their money on stupid shit. They love it, in fact. When you've got more money than you could spend in 50 lifetimes, why not? Dumping the most expensive champagne on luxury watches, a 5th mansion on the beach, rigging elections, whatever tickles their sacks. But ostentatious spending is nothing new. You see, back in the 1700s, wealthy estate owners in England, Ireland, and Scotland were bored out of their skulls. I mean, think about it. The extent of dopamine rushes back then were what? Attending yet another opulent ball, hunting some wildlife, racing a horse or two, then putting them down when they don't win. And when you felt like a real degenerate, you had excessive gambling. But these frivolous activities got stale real quick. There needed to be something fresh, something grand, something right in your own backyard. That's when the idea of the English landscape garden started to bloom, transforming sprawling grounds of estates into picturesque and serene scenes. Replacing the clear-cut and formal gardens of their French counterparts, English landscapes were to appear engineered by nature itself, with natural slopes, ponds, groupings of trees and flowers, a nice boulder or two, and organic decoration. These established wonderful getaways for owners and guests alike to retreat and get in touch with nature. But for some, all the stone and trees and grass just wasn't cutting it. Something was missing, something human, like a person. Believe it or not, some wealthy fellas sought out to hire real-life people as decorations for their gardens. Take, for example, one Joseph Pocklington. Born into a wealthy banking family and receiving his inheritance at just 26 years old, his priority was to just spend the shit out of it. After all, what's the point of having money if you don't spend it? As my dad always tells me, you only live once, son. Enjoy it. Well, Mr. Pocklington over here made damn sure he was going to enjoy the life he was given. After purchasing his own private island on a lake, he commissioned the construction of his own armed fortress, a druid temple,
oh my
and
goodness!
several natural grottos. In order to make...
No, go back! Oh boy.
6 years old, his priority was to just spend the shit out of it. After all, what's the point of having money if you don't spend it? As my dad always tells me, you only live once, son. Enjoy it. Well, Mr. Pocklington over here made damn sure he was going to enjoy the life he was given. After purchasing his own private island on a lake, he commissioned the construction of his...
I played with the exact castle setup at my cousin's house when I was just a little kid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was So long ago. I haven't talked to him anymore. No, I don't talk to any of my family really.
His own armed
Still.
fortress, a druid temple, and several natural grottos. In order to make the estate seem more lively, he advertised employment for a man to live in his garden, demanding that the man, quote, live for 7 years without washing or cutting his hair or nails.
Wow.
The man was to never speak or interact with any guests and would spend his lonely days in an artificial cave. The basic idea was for guests to observe a man in his most natural state, untouched by societal influence. If the man was able to carry out these conditions, he would be paid the equivalent of about $100,000 in today's money. Now that's spread over the whole 7 years, so it's not really that much. But the position was dubbed the Ornamental Garden Hermit. Now get this, Pocklington was not the only fella to come up with this idea. Others employed their own hermits with much more lenient rules. Perhaps the most well-known example was the Hill family from Shropshire. Their botanical bro was dubbed Father Francis, and he fully interacted with guests, told stories, and dispensed his own wisdom, all while maintaining a mysterious yet comforting presence.
I want to see the hermit, mummy. I want to see the hermit.
The trend of the ornamental garden hermit lasted just over a century, finally being uprooted in the 1830s in favor of living statues. And to answer your question, no, garden gnomes were not inspired by the garden hermit. Those came from Germanic folklore, hundreds of years prior, but they'll still guard your garden as best they can.
Well, I learned a lot of things I wish I didn't, and now I'm curious of what causes black pea. Because, yeah, okay, so what causes black pea? Let's see, because I'm too lazy to actually look it up, I won't use the AI answer. Black is often serious underlying conditions including severe dehydration, liver kidney disease, muscle breakdown, infections, or metabolic diseases like alkaptoruria. It's a rare metabolic disease where urine turns black upon exposure to air. Ew. Oh, it could also mean you have cancer. Huh. Ew. Ew. Why is pee is so gross? I mean, so is poop, but, you know, I'm not squeamish, but, you know, pee and poop kind of just, like, get to me. Alright, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to talk about. So, I saw the Critical upload a short channel video on his gaming channel, so yeah, we're just gonna watch a Critical gaming thing, and then I'll decide what to do next. Yay! Which Critical gaming?
I just saw this game while taking a little perusing through the Steam store. It's called Don't Play This. The full game comes out in like 4 days. So this is the demo for now. And it sounded like a YouTube title I would have made. So I'm curious if this is any good. My gut tells me it's not. But I'm gonna give it a whirl anyway. There's a little plug, the wishlist, the full thing. Let's check the documents. Oh, but it doesn't want me to play this video! It's gonna be one man, one jar.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's the game. I see. It's me in the cyberspace. I'm Timmy Turner surfing the email right now. The files are in the computer. It's getting cold. I need to find a hat.
Find a hat.
Makes sense.
You know, because of a hat's where how I got my name.
Why is it so cold? I need to figure out where the draft is coming from.
I still wear that hat.
Am I drunk? Why am I so unsteady? Found it. Door's open. I closed it, didn't I? Maybe someone came in to warm up. That a normal thing that happens? Strangers just come in the house to warm up and we think nothing of it? It's not unusual.
Ew.
Nice shower. Hello?
Hello.
Anyone warming up? It's freezing.
How's it freezing? You close the door.
I need to light the fireplace. Okay. Let me find a lighter. Maybe a flamethrower. Firewood. There was firewood somewhere. Found it. Man, I'm really cooking. Even the dog's yelling about how cold it is. Do I not need to find a lighter? Let's just toss this puppy in there. Maybe I'll just use friction, just with my hands. Matches, I hope the box isn't empty. A lot of candles. Man, this guy cannot really walk straight.
I hate that a lot of games have this whole head bobbing
Disorienting.
thing and swaying now. It's so annoying.
Found the matches.
I fucking hate it.
I didn't turn that light on. Oh my god. Nice. Fire is lit.
Yay!
Nice and warm now.
Fire! Fire is good.
Now what? Go back to bed maybe?
Yeah, I just drink a monster. I feel even more tired than I did before.
Okay. I'm getting seasick playing this right now. I can't see shit there. Getting warmer, I can go to bed. Okay. I was just a little early.
You're leaving a fire unattended? That's unsafe.
Do I need to interact with the radio or what? Stop.
Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star.
I can't fucking see a thing. I'm going to assume that's not where I go to bed. Wonder why that's making all that ruckus there. It has to be there. I mean, where the fuck else would it be? I doubt I sleep in the shower.
You'd be
I can't
surprised.
see shit, and I didn't see a light switch. There's this weird noise here, but I don't see
A
anything
lot of people
to
sleep in
interact
the
with.
shower. Mostly weirdos, but they do it.
Legitimately, I can't see a fucking thing over there, so I just don't think that's it. And it stops when I get closer over here. I can't. I mean, I'm just feeling around, hoping I'll hit something. No. Okay. What am I missing? Feel like back here? Oh, it is back here.
Oh.
What's wrong with the light?
It's Nosferatu. He kept flickering the lights.
Uh-oh, the lights will flicker, and the walls will ooze green slime.
The Wizard Line Protocol, make a SpongeBob reference.
Uh-oh. Someone needs to warm up. What's going on here? I need to call the police. Is there a phone up here? There is. Help! Help!
I'm
I'm
calling
hearing
the
scary
weed.
noises.
420, what you smoking?
What should I do? I don't know, I guess the police are too busy to answer. I saw someone down there stealing my warmth from the fireplace.
Fuck him in the ass.
And he's making himself some tea.
This game looks nauseating to play.
I'm coming. Stop banging on the door, man. I'm not gonna let you in with that kind of attitude. Uh-oh. Lights busted. Oh! Damn wind blew the door open. Oh, I was gonna try and go out there to Narnia.
Holy shit!
Oh! There is a burglar! Quick!
Not
get
gonna
the
lie, that
teapot.
got me. I was zoning out.
We gotta defend ourselves. Oh wait, even better, a knife. There was a crowbar somewhere. I need to open the door. There. He's still here. He ate my fucking crowbar. Where do I keep the crowbar? Also, this thing looks like the guy from Shape of Water. Where is my damn crowbar? There it is.
That's a good spot for a crowbar, I guess.
Get out of my house, fiend. I know the fire is enticing, but it's mine. Need a weapon, it's under my bed.
Are we gonna get another jump scare?
At least he turned on my light. Because I could not see shit back here. Where's my gun? Fuck, he stole it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go downstairs and just get blasted. A knife. There's a knife in the kitchen. True. I did clock that. Got it. I need to find him and kill him.
Yeah, but he's got a gun.
Oh, that's an interesting way of stabbing him. Alright. Have at you then. Is he using my bathroom? Is he in the shitter? Come here, coward. A rat. Uh-oh. He put out my fire. And the lights don't work anymore. Also, he blew out the fire. That's pretty impressive lung capacity. He's hiding in my fridge. In my fridge. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now he's breaking all of my pots, my vases. He's slamming plates. Be in the bathroom. Okay. Nice. Damn, he got us though. The knife wasn't enough to defend myself. I wonder if that was a stock jump scare sound effect or just the guy who made this just yelling into his fucking headset. That's kind of what it sounded like.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Well, it told me not to play it, but I did.
I'm glad you did, Kirko, because I ain't gonna fucking play it. It kind of reminds you of the one and only other fucking game that ever made him jump scare. It wasn't a long video, so I'm gonna play it. 8 years ago, holy shit. It is also like kind of back to how he used to do videos.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm playing Fear of Nightmares, Madness Descent. Let's do this shit. If there's one thing I fear, it's nightmares. What does it say? Turian of the Lights. I guess the Turians are behind this. I always knew they shouldn't have been allowed on the Citadel. What am I stepping on? I feel like I'm just some type of small smurf swimming through spaghetti right now. Listen to these footsteps. I'm stepping on glass mulch. Wow, that's just a walking sound effect, huh? Just breaking my ankle every time I take a step forward. I don't know why certain things in this town are yellow, like this weird scarecrow here. Poor Fiddlesticks has been vandalized by a professional paintball player out here. What a shame. I guess this whole village has just been tormented by Greg Hastings' ghost. What does it even mean there seems to be something in the dark? Nothing in here is dark. It's the middle of the day. It's time for breakfast.
You know, this actually looks like a
Breakfast, I'm
VRC
eating
map.
bad physics. I don't think this particular skill will be very useful for me in this game, but it's a nice
Like someone
bragging
just
right to
went
have.
into like a
We'll say
fuck
that I
into
can scale
Blender
any mountain with any size 'cause I am
and just
the
start
ultimate
like
turbo hiker.
pulling up mountains and
It's like being
sculpting
the world's
mode.
best onion dicer. Kinda cool, but no one really gives too much of a shit about it. Speaking of shit nobody gives a shit about, why does everyone make horror games? Every game on the newly released page on Steam is just horror games. Just inundated with bad horror games. What is this trend? Why do hopeful game devs always think, I'm going to make a horror game? I'll break new ground in there. People love horror games. Oh shit, someone's listening to loud music. The fuck happened? Did I drown in waist-deep water? Do I breathe through my knees? I'm coming back in hot. I have to solve this mystery. Now it's actually dark. Someone's turned the lights off on me. Now I can figure this out. Okay, so I'm right next to the noir detective. who is also the crossing guard for the local elementary school wearing his standard yellow uniform. With his help, his expert instincts, I should be able to figure this out. I'll crack this code. I'll no longer be afraid of nightmares. So this house has lights on, so there's clearly somebody in here. Unless it's just a spooky ghost in here who is afraid of the dark. Is there a way I can get in? What do I... Oh! Let's go. Oh, I picked up a lantern somehow. Just pulled this out of my asshole, I guess. Good lord. This game is just absolutely... Of every horror game I have ever played, none of them have genuinely startled me until now. That was the bottom of the nutsack barrel jump scare. The absolute epitome of bad jump scares. Just fucking ambushed by a chupacabra with a split second of a loud noise, and it made me jump in my fucking seat like a 13-year-old girl who just saw an overgrown, uncircumcised penis for the first time. I cannot believe I actually just jumped at this fear of nightmares ass fest. I have played so many horror games, some of them good, some actual good horror games, but jump scares have never been an effective means of startling me. You can usually predict them, and they're just not startling for the most part. Until that one. I took my hand off the mouse for 1 second to scratch my eyebrow, and then all of a sudden, I'm getting a fucking handshake from a werewolf, and it's really loud. That was the absolute most basic jump scare you could have. Countless horror games have had that same thing, a fucking Google image and the loud sound of someone slamming a toilet seat down, but it never works. Except this one somehow. The perfect storm of horrible jump scares, horrible game design, and just downright incompetence, but it came together and meshed into this beautiful and embarrassing moment where it actually fucking startled me really hard. I can't refund the game now it's earned the purchase, so I'm keeping that in my library, but I'm not playing it anymore. It's not a fun game. It's a fucking horrible game, but I am so incredibly embarrassed right now, wow. Alright, well, that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. So yeah.
Let's get a recap of that jump scare, though. What was it, like 2 minutes or something?
For the local elementary school wearing his standard yellow uniform. With his help, his expert instincts, I should be able to figure this out. I'll crack this code. I'll no longer be afraid of nightmares. So this house has lights on, so there's clearly
Okay,
somebody
a little
in here.
soon.
Unless it's just a spooky ghost in here who is afraid of the dark. Is there a way I can get in? What do I... Oh! Let's go. Oh, I picked up a lantern somehow. Just pulled this out of my asshole, I guess. Good lord. This game is just absolutely...
Yay!
Of every horror game I have ever played.
Honestly, just one of my favorite videos from him, just because... Even the first time, I remember the first time I watched this video, even that scared the shit out of me. I think it was like one of those things, like I was just kind of like just sitting there, half paying attention. I looked away for a second, and then I came on, and I nearly shot myself. Oh my goodness, I fucking love Critical. I got no any other idea for videos at all. I don't know why I typed Google in. And then I typed YouTube into the Google search bar. Evidence has made a new music video? Yeah, no, I got nothing. There's a Mudo video here, but think I'm just gonna move on to Starfield for a little bit and see how I feel after that. Yeah, we'll go to Starfield. I've been enjoying Starfield. Alright, just gotta let it load up. And grab my controller. And set my monitor to Xbox. And I missed. Now I gotta wait a second because it's gonna be like, oh, we didn't find a sword. Hurry up. I really need to move my monitors around. All right. There we go. I just hit continue. Yo. I didn't hear it go off. Because they got streamer mode on. That's fucking streamer mode. I have a Silverado now. Big truck. I guess my manager got sick of me bitching about the Tacoma. It needs brakes and a tranny. Because another tech had the Tacoma before me. They kept telling me, oh, it's because of the crushed tailpipe. I looked at the tailpipe; it's just slightly bent. It. Yeah, no, I've told him, it's like, I was even texting my manager. I'm like, listen, because the brakes feel spongy, I was getting worried because I almost actually rear-ended someone on the highway because he slammed in the brakes, and my truck wasn't stopping. My brake fluid is very low. I might need brakes. And they're telling me, oh, you're getting an oil change on Tuesday. I'm like, I checked the oil. Oil's brand fucking new. It just had an oil change. So today I get to work. They're like, yeah, you're getting a Silverado. I'm like, oh, okay. Wait, because we also lost a contract with Toyota, so we got a contract with Ford. So like a lot of the seniority guys are getting like the new Mavericks. Yeah, but I'm getting a little hand-me-down Silverado from another tech. But you know what? I drove that thing in the high wind of rain. Oh my goodness! I love the Silverado. It was so fun to drive. I already named her. I might. I was gonna talk to my one man. Because me and this one manager, we were going to a job site to collect some traps, and I was telling him, I like this Tacoma, I really do. It's just this one's a piece of shit. The brakes feel up and everything. He even said, he's like, yeah, I've driven like 3 generations of Tacomas, and I've always hated the brakes. They feel dangerous in the winter. I'm like, well, now I feel better. But yeah, I was all over the area today, and lot of fucking driving. And yeah, I get back to the shop. They're like, yeah, you're getting a Silverado. I'm like, okay, cool. And I drove it. I'm like, I love this thing. It's so. She a big bitch though. She is a big bitch. Do I will. I will. The only downside of getting rid of the Tacoma and getting the Silverado, the Tacoma was an extended cab, so I had like the little back seat. This is a standard cab, so I lose my back seat. So that's where I kept all my other extra gear was in the back seat. Oh no, I love this truck. It's just like the back seat's where I kept my crawl suit, some stuff that I don't want to get dirty in the bed of the truck. But you know, there's still room back there, so I shoved it all back in there, and yeah, I named her Sakura. Sakura. And Chris got mad. He's like, why don't you name her something like American? I'm like, nope, Sakura it is. I always name my cars. Fucking love my Christian. Fuck 'em. But yeah, I guess my managers don't like having a mechanic drive their trucks because I've been pointing them out to like, yeah, this truck's got this problem, it's got that problem. I hate this. I like. But you know, I got a Chevy now, so and honestly, like the brakes feel so good, and the thing actually goes when I hit the gas. Because with the Tacoma, if you hit the gas, first gear was like, and it would just not go. But after you hit second gear, it's fine. Yeah, Tacoma's a 4-cylinder. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get yelled at now because I spent like over like $120 in gas over the past week. Because like, you know, I get the Tacoma like, you know, like last week I filled the tank up because it was almost empty because me and this one tech had to drive back and forth with this one fucking house because we were having ladder issues. And then, of course, you know, I didn't even get to like a 3/4 tank at the Tacoma. And when I get the Silverado, the tech who had it before was almost an empty. Because I guess he knew he was losing his truck, so he just didn't bother filling it up. I didn't realize it. I was on the way home on the highway. I'm like, fuck. I'm almost on the E line. So of course I fill that bitch up, and I mean, yeah. So they bitch at me. I'll be like, oh no, that's the fucking 2 techs that had the trucks before me. Fucking assholes let them dry. Yeah, but I might be working alternate Saturdays. Although if I do work Saturdays, they're only like 4-hour days. Yep. I'm glad he's happy.
Please help us out. We're all out of options. I had a good feeling about you. We just need a little. 2 units. You're a lifesaver.
I don't believe in October. Taco Bell! No, it was actually funny because I'm like, I need to get gas. Do I want to go to the Sheets by my house or go to the Sheets like not so close to my house? And I'm like, But if I go to the streets not so close to my house, Taco Bell's on the way home. And I'm like, tacos win! And I fucking merge over 3 lanes. Just get off at a certain street that's like, lets me get off onto another main street. So that way I can get Taco Bell. I'm streaming. I mean, it was. I didn't like. I didn't do the thing where, like, you know, I merged 3 lanes all over. Like, I'm not doing that in the company truck. If it was my Camaro, I would. But then it's also rush hour, so you know.
I'm making another run out of New Atlantis to get closer to God. Space travel is whether it's respect for our. Have you ever felt some? I've jumped dozens of times, but I'll keep jumping.
Well, you.
I completely agree. It was a pleasure talking, but I hope God will.
Medium. That's the size of my asshole, and that's Thanksgiving. Like hell, I'm gonna invite my family over to this fucking place. Fucking. No. I don't want everyone doing fucking touching my stuff, and you know, looking at my computer and my katana, and then, you know, grandma bitching. Oh, why are your guns not locked up? Because I live alone, you fucking whore. I'm not gonna contain. I'm gonna put my gun here and fucking fire around. So I can get the holster when I fuck my ceiling for my neighbor. They'd be like, what the fuck? Don't worry about it. That hole will get bigger later. What? Yes, get the Cheerios ready. Oh no, if I find out people are stealing my Pop-Tarts on Thanksgiving, I'm gonna fucking murder them. Also, another problem, I don't want people here for Thanksgiving. A couple people have kids. You know who you are.
Look alive! An enemy shield system has been damaged.
That's okay. That is gonna be more of an excuse to go to Rob's house if it's not snowing that bad.
We have disabled the enemy's engines.
Just tell them sweet little lies. What mission? Oh! Dude, that mission is such ass. I know exactly what mission you're doing. They give you the operator suit and everything. They give you a suit that lets you be less harder to detect while sneaking. Yeah. It's under apparel, not armor. Yeah. tell me lies with... Fuck you! No one wants to hear your shitty little lies. Every time I do, it makes me fap. That's what my cat is.
Hostile is at my location.
She won't pay rent. I'm sorry to hear that.
Taking damage. I am system failure.
Yeah, she's losing it. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Okay. That makes sense. Right. Well, damn. Yeah. Ooh, discounts are nice.
Superficial damage. Registering damage to experience.
Why are you so dinky? Okay, I was like wasting this ammo. What was that? What? Right.
System failure. System failure. I thought they're Norwegian. Let's see. Hold on. I'm just going to Google it. Better than Googling Black P from earlier. Black P. Because I was watching a history video and he mentioned Black P and apparently it's the actual thing. I don't want the Bethesda Country Club. Huh. No, but I swear to God, I thought Bethesda was fucking like Norwegian or something. They're based in Maryland. Maybe it's just Tom Holland that was Norwegian or something. Tom Howard, not Holland. Tom Howard. Fucking hate that guy. Sold me fucking Skyrim like 7 times. The guy sold me Skyrim like 7 times. I'm not joking! Because, of course, they made Skyrim, they made Skyrim Remastered, then the Anniversary Edition, the VR Edition, and I bought the game like 17 fucking times. God forbid. I mean, we're still waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. I'm sure. Dude, I believe it too. Do you know what? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a teaser back in 2018, and that was it. We have heard nothing since. What? Like, is Bethesda making Fallout 3 Remaster, or are they handing it off to a different company like they did with Oblivion? Yeah, because Oblivion Remaster was not. Oh. Yeah. Oblivion Remaster was made by I think a company that Bethesda either owns or partnered with. I'll be honest, I'm so sick of remasters. Just make something new, please. No, if they're gonna remaster any Fallout, it's gonna be New Vegas. Where's Obsidian? Oblivion. Who? I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to just go to the wiki. Bethesda was the sole, like, it seems like they were the sole owners of Oblivion, the original. Wait, what did she say? I wasn't listening. Actually, I'm about to slap you. Not in a sexy way with my penis. I mean, I am going to pimp slap you like the hoe you are. No. Don't say you're waiting. No, this is not supposed to be sexy and thrilling. No. It is the sole purpose of you putting you in your place. How dare you disagree with us? No. Don't you give me that listen bullshit. Saints Row 2 should have been remastered over 3. I mean, there's still a chance where another company does pick up the IP.
Confirmed. Hostile found. Attempting painless elimination.
still water. And yeah, it's a little bit of goofiness to it. Love room jobs. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Yeah, but after playing after I played the first one, I noticed some of the references that are made in the second one. Like, when the character was like, "Man, that mute shit was getting old," because in the first one, your character only had like 4 lines of dialogue. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was like all copy and paste. Wasn't 3 rushed? Let's see. Saints Row 3. Wait, what? I wasn't focusing. What'd you say? Let's see. Well, I looked it up. there's a whole argument whether Saints Row 3 was rushed or not. Oh yes, I almost forgot about Stag, which is funny because I was looking at mods on Starfield, and you can actually mod your little do buggy to be a Stag vehicle. I mean, it can be. Base game, no. With mods, probably, yeah.
Warning. Refinery meltdown imminent. All personnel must evacuate.
Yeah, they did add new stuff. Oh, fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, they did add a bunch of new like modules and components you can add to your ships. I have not looked into it yet. I've been focusing on the new story and yeah.
Warning. Refinery meltdown imminent. Exit immediately or risk fatal harm.
Actually, not that bad of a story, really. I know. I'm just saying. From what I played so far, I like it. Dimos.
Have you read the report about this Roxanne Barreau?
I have. It sounds like she found a piece of X-Tech, but we'll let the doctor confirm.
I believe it's the very
Yeah.
same. It has all of the properties that we've documented in our tests.
So we forced her to reveal her findings. Find out how she did it.
I don't know, Admiral. I think it's too soon to reveal our cards. If we give the kid more time...
And what if this technology falls into the hands of the UC? We can't lose the advantage.
Well, I want to hear what the kid thinks. I agree with the Admiral. We've been banging our heads against the wall for
Are you
trying to figure this out. If Roxanne Barreau has the key, then I suggest we take it. Fine. But we do this sneaky. Snatch and grab. No fireworks, because otherwise, it's war.
Then it's war.
Huh. Oh, yeah, that weapon doesn't kill people. You know, if you want to do it flawlessly, you have to take like all these secret routes and everything. Well, you ain't good enough, you silly Billy.
Evacuation underway.
Oh, you gotta do it flawlessly without quick saving at all, but pretend you're playing Death Space on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, no, you're fucking nuts if you do that. Dead Space. If someone told me to jump off a cliff or finish the Dead Space campaign on hardest difficulty, I'm gonna dress up as a lemming and go jump. So I'll fall off the cliff. I go wee like a little lemming. So that way, at least when Jesus judges me, he's laughing. And I'd be like, so you do have a dark sense of humor. The fuck, man. I hate yoga pants. I only like them if there's a skirt or shorts involved, or I'm gonna get disgusting. Oh, I believe it. But yet. Yeah, it's educate you on sex. So you see, when you have a that reminds me, they found it. No, the male G spot. It is not. No, it's still debated whether you need a foreskin or not. But yeah, apparently, I guess like the area like between like your pee hole down to like I don't know how they say it, but like yeah, apparently your G spot is like somewhere like under the head of the dick. It was just there were claims that had evidence that wasn't a butt, but yeah, no, new studies show that it's not up there. So if you take in the butt and you like it, you are just really gay. I mean, it is. You know, people be like, well, if being gay is a sin, then why did God put a G-spot in the butt? Apparently he did it. What, Bonnie? Why'd you meow at that? What? No, I'm sorry, but I cannot go and get you a boyfriend. One cat is already too much for me, and that's you. Can't probably see no fucking weird man talk. My owner talking about G spots. What the fuck? I don't need directions to put my penis. You can grab it and shake it. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it! Firmly grasp it till it grows firm. Then firmly grasp it firmlier. Are you grasping one? Wait, furry? Girl gives you a hand job, you start transforming into like a fucking furry. He's like, oh, it feels good. Wait, it feels really good. Oh no! Notices your bulge! Ooh, 3x! I wanna bore you! I don't know if we can find a fur. What? You never heard of vor? I'm about to educate you people. So, vor is a sexual fetish that involves of either swallowing or being swallowed whole, which is not limited to just the mouth. It can involve the mouth, the butt, and in some cases, the vagina and penis. It's not. It's a. It's one of those fetishes that like you can't actually. It's mostly an artwork. Like I've seen like a lot of hyper fetishists make art of like their persona or their persona and someone else's persona being shoved into the fucking dick hole of a massive dick, and or you see like a lot of like art of like a girl swallowing someone whole, like their feet are sticking out. It's fucking weird. And then they make fucking comments like saying, "Oh, you're digesting so nice." Hey, don't ask me why I know all this. I look up a lot of furry art and a lot of. You come across a lot of war, and you know it's a comic, so you're kind of like interested in what's going on, and then you kind of wish you never clicked on it. And there's more fetishes that a lot of furries like that I'm not going to go into. Not because they're gross, they're just more weird. Well, except diapers. Diapers are pretty gross. I actually just unfollowed a furry artist on DeviantArt because he used to post really good furry art. But lately, a lot of his furry art now involves diapers. I'm like, okay, dude. No more. Jake, what would you do if you went to Home Depot in order to gain access? A Mexican was standing there wielding burrito nunchucks. Jake. Okay, well, okay. What if for some reason every single load just bursts into flames spontaneously? So Home Depot is the only place you could go to. And remember, these are Mexican-made burritos, so they are sealed tight. You know, Jake, that just takes away from the whole hypothetical question. You know, it's people like you are the reason why this country is in shambles. I mean, yeah, there's him too, but you know, who? Oh yeah, is that his actual name? I thought they called him Hunter because he's a pedophile or something. Who the fuck names their kid Hunter? Well, besides that retard, I'm just saying, like, they name Hunter. I think like I would come up with 12, like, as a fucking gamer tag. Because of J.K. Rowling. I think it's the author of, what's it called? Harry Potter. Yeah, J.K. Rowling is a woman. Did I? Whoopsies. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm right. Author of Harry Potter. Oh yeah, it is J.K. Rowling. They did. That was just an American version of Harry Potter. You, you know, if you really think about it, Hogwarts is probably one of the most safest schools in the entire world because every student was armed. They hit a what? Oh yeah, they killed him. I mean, yeah. I like 12 gauge. I think Harry Potter was a little too late for the bazooka usage.
Weapons online. Engage.
Harry Potter did not take place in 42. Did it take place in 42? Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying it was just not being used anymore because, you know, we started using rockets instead of shells. You are way off, Jake. AI says it takes place between 91 and 98. Desert Storm, Operation Gothic Serpent. I think that's all we had in the 90s. Gives them a bunch of SAM missiles. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. Just like everything old. So you want like fucking Flak 88s.
Have been critically damaged.
If you want to touch my penis, you gotta buy me tacos. You're gonna venture into my what? Oh, dude, I feel so tired already. I kind of hate working day shift now. I was able to stay up so late. Now I go to bed so early. Yeah, I'm level 162. Starfield. Man, you're so good. Ah! Never mind. I'm back to level 161. You know, no, because I have almost all my difficulties levels up to all to the max. I mean, I just ran into two enemies and they just melted me. So I revert back to the autosave. What are you fucking looking at? As yelled at a monster can. I'm sorry, monster can. You served your purpose well by holding my monster inside you while I drank it out of you. But now I'm out of monster, and you are nothing more than just a recycled piece of aluminum. 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 I'm level 162 again. Aluminum.
Increasing practicality variable.
Cease! Ow! Who hit me? Me when I'm butt naked. Me when I'm butt naked. Me when people find me butt naked. You know, people always ask me, Wolfy, why are you always naked? And I look and be like, because I'm a slay little jellyfish, that's why. When in doubt, quick save.
Engaging!
I just want... I just want a monster girl to look at me the way a fat kid looks at cake. Ew! Wet tummy problems? That sounds disgusting. Oh, thank God I'm safe. Please tell me more about these. Where the fuck you just said to me? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Terramorphs will still be around. Just play like Metro. Exactly. Wanna know why they call me the Clappy Wappy? I'll show you my mole. It's on the tip of my penis. I need a Jeffrey. Jeffrey Dahmer. Yes, we know you have a weird boner for a dead guy. I swear to God, you women get wet over the weirdest things. I want to make that to a meme. Like, what makes women wet? Oh, I bet you're a dangerous serial killer. Oh my goodness, so dangerous. Oh yeah, I'm so wet. What makes men hard? Oh, who's a good boy? Have you had a hard day? Come snuggle with me. That's like 90% of women. Jeffrey Dahmer, the people nommer. Watch your butt, cause he'll eat it too. I need someone to make a, like, I wonder if I could use AI to make it. If I make an animation of Jeffrey Dahmer, use like today's terms to do his things. Fucking behind a dude. You got a nice cake down there. I like to take a nice little bite out of it. Never mind. I don't want to see that at all now. That was gross. Hey, I hate that term for people's butts when they call it cake. Like, no, cake is nice and delicious. Ass is disgusting and full of poop. You said duty.
Counting. Wasted bullets.
It's not like a normal, like, you know, Fallout quest. I come here to kill you. Get sidetracked to doing 17 other things. What is supposed to kill you? Yeah, but I'm a good guy now. Oh, that's right. You were the good guy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me how you first downloaded a bird flew past you. Fuck! Damn it, I just shot, Companion and knocked him down. Yeah.
Research shows baking soda, effective soft good stain remover. Mineral oil or rubbing alcohol for hard goods.
Well, you know, he probably wanted to be a voice actor, but didn't want to have to go through, like, you know, the bullshit voice actors got to go through when he first start by going through porn. You see less gay noises? And I hate watching a porn. It's like guy noises. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Do your thing and do it quietly. I want to hear the girl. More. Ryujin.
Let's go.
Fun fact, that company is actually got the same name as one of my favorite bands. Do you like screaming music, Jake? Screaming. That you won't like them. I mean, a lot of their new stuff is less screamy-like, but their old stuff is all, like, very heavy screamy. Yeah, I discovered them on YouTube by chance to one day. I saw a song called, like, Samurai Metal. I'm like, this sounds cool. Yeah, it's a full Japanese band, and the lead singer actually streams a lot on YouTube, just playing the guitar.
Wait.
And funny thing is, one of my other favorite bands actually was a producer of several of their albums. I got an achievement too. No. They're Japanese. No. Jake, I just don't think you have the ability to see Asian people. I don't know, Jake. Why don't you think longer hard on that one? Oh my goodness. I'm calling you racist. I mean, that is true. Yeah, I'm more of a Japanese Korean guy myself. I mean, if I could find a girl who's like Okay, that's fine and dandy and all. No, I just want a Japanese girlfriend so she can make me ramen. Damn, I should go to Oishi's. I might go to Oishi's tomorrow. After I buy hot dogs. I need hot dogs. I also need buns. I got plenty of chili. Do you see where I'm going with this? Hey, no throwing grenades! I fucking hate grenades in Fallout games. It always bugs the fuck out of me. I do not know why. Confidential contract. Why don't you confident these nuts? Got him! Sorry, John. Listen to my brother's game. That's weird. Wait, what kind of chip? Doritos? Fritos? Lay's? Oh. Yeah, I don't think Doritos do that. You know what? If I was like an evil like scientist, I think that's something I would do. But my victim will wake up. Oh, what happened? I put a chip in your brain. Oh no! So you can track me wherever? No, it's an actual Dorito. It's in your brain. It's Cool Ranch. Well, oh yeah, I mean, I'm not stupid enough to put it where I put the Dorito where like their talking mechanism is. No, it's put where the memory is. So they keep asking me what about the chip in their brain. Mm-hmm. You know, the experiment to see if you can drive someone insane when they can't remember what they're doing. Now that I think about it, that's pretty fucking evil. Forcing someone to go insane while completely unaware that they're actually going insane. Okay, that's some all switch shit right there. What? Steal an ant? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is pretty evil. But it's not like the ants are gonna give a fuck because the ants all ants are completely expendable except for the queen. You know what? That actually might be more evil than the previous thing. Forcing a colony to turn on its queen, that's some diabolical bullshit right there. Oh, there's so many dudes, so many robots, and they're all named Fisto. Help! Not getting off right now because you asked. Why is this guy not taking no damage?
Recommended increase in accuracy.
That was a lot of damage. I showed you my fish. Please respond. Should play with hers. Mine's bigger. That's where I start crying.
Executing.
What? Yo, Horsey, what do you think about this one? She starts having sex with the horse. So yeah, there's some Clerks 2 shit right here. I'm out. Donkey, horse, I don't care. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Dude, why is this guy taking no damage? He's just regenerating way too quick. And I'm dead. Because these people are impossible to kill. What is going on? At least a quick save before that fight, so I'm not too mad. We are young, torn apart. Meow, 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 meow. Dude, I'm gonna start an all kitty cat boy band. What'd you do? Nice. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's how they got during the show. It makes sense. It makes no fucking sense. Alright, let's get robotics up because these. I'll show you something dirty. Yeah. Wait, what? You mean like season 3? Yeah, the way you worded that sounded like you know, like didn't already make the series. That's kind of scary because now I'm afraid that it's gonna be rushed. Yo, spit. Alright, later. Later. So what do you think we get first? Elder Scrolls 6 or Grand Theft Auto 6? Knowing Fallout wouldn't run it past me. Oh my goodness, dude. What is just fucking melting me?
Combat parameters updated. Executing.
Oh my goodness, fucking grenades are so annoying! Oh my goodness, like, just stop. I think the reason why I hate when enemies have grenades because they can just spam them, even though I only have one. Can you just stay in the fucking open so I can kill you, fucking bitch, or annoy the fuck out of me? I don't want cheap mods. And yep, now he's gone, so I can't kill him, and I'm about to die myself. Oh my goodness, stop running, dude! Stop! Keep being a fucking bitch, pussy bitch! Holy fuck, just keep fucking running away! Fucking annoying! Yeah, then she's just going to gen fucking health. And I'm about to die again. Oh, awesome. You're really fucking annoying the piss out of me right now. There, she's dead! She's fucking dead! Fuck you! Fuck! Actually, losing my shit there for a second. I think this guy's got the rejuvenation on, so killing him's gonna be a fucking hassle.
Recommended increase in active.
Stop! Why do you fucking bitches always just run? Just die. Fuck! I wasted so much ammo because you fucking people. I hate having companions. They just get in the fucking way. So how do you feel about having opinions? I fucking hate them. So what do we do about it? Shut the fuck up. No, that's it. Just shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, if you're in government, go fuck yourself. like politic governments, not like government jobs. Unless your government job is like waste money. I'm just thinking that episode of like Very Odd Parents where like the dude's like shoveling money into like the furnace. I forgot what the whole context of it was. I just remember that fucking scene. I know. My grandma's brawl.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated.
It's called Nut Jake.
All personnel must evacuate.
He might have. Maybe that was his kink. Don't kink shame. But kink shaming is my kink. Then shut the fuck up. You're a bitch and no one loves you. Ah, damn, he didn't see me. Well, go fuck yourself, good sir.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Please evacuate to a minimum safe distance.
Self-destruct? I just wanna party in my underwear. While my mom and pa watch, which is kinda weird. If you're offered $1 million, but the world supply of avocados disappears, would you still take it?
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated.
Yeah, same here.
Exit immediately or risk fatal harm.
But what about the guac? Go fuck your guac. Get rid of that green paste crap. Oh my goodness, I'm getting melted like just instantly. And more grenades, huh? You want to keep throwing grenades? How about I come over there, shove them up your ass, huh? Be like shippage. Oh no, my anal grenades. The fuck? Hey, man, that black man just killed everybody. The fuck, man?
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Please proceed to
You're serious? Grenades? So that inclines that you have silly grenades. What do you mean you wish? I have silly grenades. They explode confetti everywhere. Oh, shit my tits! Your grenade explode what? Yeah, dude, I would love to nuke all my responsibilities. Oh no! That's right, they are. They're gonna ask someone, be like, "What's this? A job application? No!"
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Evacuation underway.
And now you have that. You also have to do taxes. No! And now you have to worry about the government taking 50% of your money because you work. Because remember, in the government's eyes, it's not theft, this is taxes. But in the people's eyes, it's exactly what theft is. Oh, yeah. Dude. Yeah, I know. Fucking bullshit. Income tax! You're literally texting me because I have a job. Go fuck yourself. You corrupt piece of shit. You know, if we go back in time and bring our forefathers up, one, they'll die of the radiation, but two, they'd be very disappointed. We should raid the Federal Reserve. They can't stop us all. Please do. How the fuck did he do that? He had a very big crane.
Sequence has been initiated. Evacuation underway.
America! Fuck yeah! Oh, I already have that. Actually, I think. I think actually there's like 17 still around, original ones. Because our forefathers didn't just sign one and send it off. No, they made like 30, I believe. Me too. I'm the one who convinced John Hancock to rename his name. Oh yeah, if you turn it over, you can see where I drew the dick butt. That is the funny thing about Twitter. You can post whatever garbage conspiracy theory you want, and you'll definitely gather a following. I mean, that one's gonna be a little hard to sell. I mean, unless you make it like as a cult like. I'm sure just a group of people that would throw a lot of expendable income at you for that. Where's the income come from? I have no fucking idea. Jeez. True. I will hold the world hostage for $1 million. Oh, I fucking love Austin Powers. Good movies. I know. I do too. Where's my ginger ale? Yeah, I do the same thing. Like, cause like every time I see a legendary gun, I just take it and then throw it on my ship and forget about it. Yeah, no, I only take legendaries. Yeah, I have that too, and I just bought the apartment in the well. Am I even in the right fucking system for this thing? There's... Oh my goodness, it's... I know, I can just let the ship go and I'll go take a nap. Thank you for having sex with me, wifey.
My favorite person.
I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Did we not get any closer? No, I think we got further away. What the fuck? Did I go past it? Where the fuck am I on this fucking thing? Dude, if I keep this up, it's literally gonna take me like 30 minutes to actually get there. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. While this goes on, I want to get some pie. You won't believe this, Jake. I got pie. I'm a dude. Oh yeah. The rich people are like, yeah, we don't like having this ship in our orbit. Can you go blow it up? I can't remember all the where are my weapons? What's going on with my weapons? Dude, wait with this game! My weapons are literally not even firing now. Hold on, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna just quick save it real quick. I'm gonna restart it. Just gonna exit it out because it's fucking up and it's pissing me off. Did you just rip ass? First time it actually came through clearly. Yeah, it was a good one. Jeez. Have you ever found this ship that kind of like turns into the game into like a kind of like a horror game? Well, then I will say no more. I will not tell you. I forget. I can Google it for you. Let's see. Okay, no, not the. Okay. Huh. Let's see. Okay, it's in the the sh, the sh, Schrodinger system. It's level 65.
This vermin's got some fight in them.
Target's grab drive is down.
Oh my goodness, they're literally one hit.
It didn't have to be this way. You chose death.
They lost their engines.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I built it.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. I named it Echo 419. More or less.
Lowering reference for dead variable.
I mean, it looks really good though, considering all things. No, don't let me die. Ooh. Yeah, Mr. I can shoot through fucking doors. Okay. You just shot me in the back of the head, you bitch. that. Yes, but it's our planet.
Hey, you can't do that.
Oh, fucking love those videos. What the fuck? Breaking Benjamin. Oh, yeah. falling over.
Potential enemy activity. Processing.
Damn, that dumpy. What? Yeah. Yeah, there's still a glitch where like if you walk in there after a time, it should only be like, for me it's always been two guards just try to kill me. Just kill them and it's over. Like everybody. Yeah, just kill the two guards and no one bats an eye.
Initiating combat. Loading termination strategies. Requesting defeat is inevitable. Attempting painless reinforcement. Iron
Yeah. Persuasion is kind of a bitch.
Captain Balewa, I take it you didn't come here to surrender, which is a shame given the shape of your fleet. Still, I admire your courage. If nothing else, history will remember that kindly.
Tolliver Royce, the Ghost Ranger in the flesh. You're quite the legend back in New Atlantis.
Yeah, I've killed more than my fair share of Vanguard, UC Marines, even an Aegis.
Well, that's not the story I heard. My sources tell me Tolliver Royce is a practical man. Someone who sees the pointlessness of an endless war and would be willing to leave his post rather than continue this war of attrition.
That's dangerous talk, Captain Balewa. Treasonous talk.
Am I wrong?
Fair enough. Real talk then. Say I agree to this truce of yours. What exactly is your mission directive, Captain?
To find a way out. And it's Admiral Balewa now.
Yeah, I tried doing that. Didn't work out. Yeah, my wife got mad at me. I'm like, but baby, he's evil. Oh yeah, I think I always go and remarry my wife every time. I love her. You know, she's just got a, you know, a weird view of God and all, but that's okay. Sadly, yeah.
Recommending auxiliary washes hands after collection.
And it came on a giant ship. What? And why is he boasting? The man is crazy. Not crazy, just horny.
Self-destruct sequence activated. Warning, self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Evacuation underway.
Who's that?
Recommending increase in accuracy.
Warning, self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Exit immediately or risk fatal harm.
Parameters updated. Executing.
Warning, self-destruct sequence has been initiated. All personnel must evacuate. Warning, self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Please proceed to the nearest exit. initiated. Please evacuate to a minimum safe distance. Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Exit immediately or risk fatal harm.
No. Exterminated. Check. System failure. Unhelpful to corpse. Termination. Cranial problem.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Please evacuate to a minimum safe distance.
Initiating.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. All personnel must evacuate. Warning. Self-destruct sequence has been initiated. Please evacuate to a minimum safe distance.